Welcome to Warp Zone's Continue Countdown, the show where we count down the 9 biggest news stories of the week or so in about 30 minutes. I am your host, John Scalzo, and it's a crowded countdown today as I'm joined by Nicole Klein.
Hi.
Mike Ryan.
Heyo.
And professional podcaster Adam Wolcott.
Hello.
Let's see,
I'm going to put that on my resume.
Yeah, you should. This time we're going to talk about Wolfenstein's old school appeal, Sunset Overdrive's sheer craziness, and Rockstar's plans for the future. But we're going to start things off with the Kinectless Xbox One. Microsoft has just announced that they're going to begin selling their next-generation console without the Kinect sensor on June 9th. Best of all, the bundle is going to be priced at $399, the same as the PS4. Adam, is this going to get you to buy an Xbox One?
No.
No?
It never was really the price that bothered me. I bought a PS3 at $500.
Same here.
It's the games. They got to give me something I want to play.
There's nothing you want to play on Xbox?
Oh, there is.
Stuff that's not on
There is,
PS4?
but there's not yet. I mean,
Not for that much money.
Well, yeah, we're talking. You know, I bought PS4 on the first day for $400, but I had like 5 games the day I bought the thing. You know, with the Xbox One, I'd probably buy Forza and that's probably about it.
Dead Rising?
Titanfall.
I don't like Dead Rising games.
Titanfall.
I don't like Titanfall. I don't play really online multiplayer games, so that would be
You
almost
crazy
worthless.
if you don't like Titanfall.
What? I haven't seen Titanfall. Sorry.
You're straight crazy.
I know.
Kinect Sports Rivals?
That might maybe. That doesn't
Killer
need Kinect.
Instinct.
That doesn't. I do.
Oh, yeah, KI.
I have Killer Instinct. They gave it to me for free because I've got like 1 million gamer points. So, but if 400 is more likely to get me to buy one, but not today.
Yeah, I found it interesting, though, you know, internet comments, which is always the bastion of human evolution. It's so funny. Before they announced this, all the negativity is like, get rid of the Kinect, get rid of the Kinect, get rid of the Kinect. And now that they've announced it, all I'm seeing is, they were stupid for getting rid of the Kinect. You can't have it either way. But I don't know. I think I agree. It needs to have some better games. You know, we'll see what happens at E3. But yeah, $399, no Kinect, definitely makes me more interested in buying one. You know, having that option.
Look what the article says. He made it clear. Phil Spencer, Xbox Division's head, made it clear that Kinect will be a part of the Xbox going forward. Like, he's pretty much saying, like, fine, I'll agree with my business analysts and sell this shit without the Kinect, but you guys better fucking get used to the Kinect.
I think they're going to be in for an rude awakening though, because now that they've taken it out, no one's going to buy it.
Yeah, and no one's going to make games for it anymore.
Well, yeah,
No.
the only people I feel bad for are like Harmonix, because they were making Fantasia, which was a Kinect-only game, and now their audience could be drastically dropped because people are going to jump right in and buy the one that doesn't have the Kinect. You know, the problem with the Kinect is that they never made a good reason to own one. I mean, the one on 360 was hit or miss. It wasn't that great. It wasn't something that everybody goes, oh my God, I have to have one of these. And the voice commands, you know, that's not enough to spend $100 premium when you could buy a PS4 and plug in the headset that comes with your system and do voice commands.
That was my favorite part.
Yeah.
My PS4.
Yeah, you just
I'm
the
not
little
gonna lie.
little junky head. No, hey, it is nice. But
Like, I could give a fuck about the Kinect, and yet when I discovered that my PS4 had that, I, like, freaked out and did that for, like, 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. But
I was like, I had PS4.
You know, that's the thing that Sony now has. And since Microsoft patches in headset support like that, now Sony can go, hey, you don't need to connect to do voice commands. You can just use our system and this little cord that comes with. You know, so that's... Nah.
Yeah.
That's a great way to end a press release. So, yeah.
And you know the way the console war goes sometimes? That's probably going to happen eventually.
So
We sold more than you. Yeah.
They're just going to put a cat up there. So, yeah.
Okay, so no one really is interested very much in what
No, fuck
Microsoft
that
is
shit.
offering. But what about Sunset Overdrive, which, as of right now, you know, obviously it's pre-E3, but right now that's what they're pushing as their big Xbox One exclusive for the fall. Mike, you interested in Sunset? Oh, actually, Nicole, who I think has strong opinions about this.
I'm really
Yeah.
Are you interested in Sunset Overdrive at all?
I just want to punch Insomniac Games right in their stupid faces. They were Sony exclusive for so long, right? They did Ratchet and Clank and Resistance. Then they made the decision to go multi-platform when they made that horrible atrocity Fuse, which looked great until they stupided it down and made it like a completely generic, like, awful piece of crap. And now they've got this total. I mean, I heard about this game and I was like, oh, that sounds really cool. And then I started watching the trailer and I was like, this looks like dog shit. Like it just looks awful. I feel like they don't know what the hell they're doing. And they're like, how can we make this cool and edgy? And it's like, oh my God, just don't. You could not call the awesome apocalypse and not use the word edgy. And they're like, oh, it's so different. It's going to have parkour. Like, oh, wow, really? That's really, really different.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that. Like, everything they kept saying was, oh, it's, it's different, it's unique, it's special. It's just every kind of cheesy trend and cliche thrown into a blender, and then they called it different because they're all in there.
It's Infamous meets Dead Rising with all of the weapons of Ratchet and Clank.
They should let it speak for itself and not run around with the hyperbole, because that's just going to turn people off from the game. Personally, I'm cautiously like, okay, maybe it'll turn out really good. It is a game that could convince me to buy an Xbox One if it's good, but Insomniac has, as time has gone on, their games haven't been as good, and I don't know why that is. The last game that I think pretty much everybody thought was great was A Crack in Time, Ratchet and Clank game. Since then, Real Resistance 3 was okay. I didn't play it.
Resistance 3 was terrible.
I didn't play it.
It was fucking terrible.
I haven't played, I have Full Frontal Assault, but I haven't played it. I think that was done by their North Carolina studio, but the last one, Into the Nexus, that was actually pretty good. But, it's like, at this point in time, I have to wait and see with them. It used to be I'd instantly buy one of their games, but the way things have gone, it's like I want to have to see if it turns out any good before I get too excited about it.
I'm not going to say anything because I have no interest and I have not seen a single video about it. So
don't watch any videos. Save yourself the grief.
No, it doesn't look terrible though. I mean,
no, John, you're wrong.
I guess if all I can say about it is it doesn't look terrible, it's not high up on my list of must-haves, but it doesn't look terrible. It looks kind of cheesy and it could be fun.
It doesn't look terrible, but it does not look different than anything else.
No, they're really shooting themselves in the foot with all this. We are so unique, we are so special. It's it's every wacky game rolled into one, which could be fun, but it also could just be stupid.
Well, I do like the fact that it's not a super serious brown game, but that's not a reason to jump and buy a game.
Okay, so no one wants to play Sunset Overdrive this fall. But what about Halo 5 next fall? We all thought it was coming out this year, but Microsoft delayed it today. So it's coming out next fall in 2015. Although they're saying it's not a delay because they never actually they said that they never actually promised it was coming out in 2014, which is just a dirty, rotten lie.
Which is the worst kind of lie.
Didn't you know that they had their fingers crossed behind their backs when they said that, John?
Yeah, well, they said it, but she's saying they didn't say it.
Do you have a screen capture of it?
Of her speaking the words?
Yeah.
Do I have a screen capture of that?
I know I said it wrong. I'm sorry. I was just going to go with it.
Do you have a YouTube link? It's probably what she means.
Do you have internet proof?
I'm sure I could find it if I really wanted to.
Internet proof is a very dangerous thing to say.
Internet proof is viable in a court of law.
Anyway, Halo 5 is coming next fall. Halo the television series, produced by Steven Spielberg, is coming next fall. Mike, is this too much Halo? And is the delay a good idea?
Well, especially if the rumors are true about the Halo 2 Remastered Edition coming out this year. If those are true, then yeah, Halo 5 coming out next year will work, because I'm sure they're going to try to find a way to slip Gears in there somewhere. Okay. And then Fable. So I think that having the Halo 2 this year, Halo 5 and the television show going side to side, I think that's a pretty good idea, PR wise, because the Halo 2, it's just it's a remake, so it's not going to get as much attention as Halo 5. And then having the companion show, I think, will definitely help out.
Well, obviously people are buying an Xbox One to play Halo still, I think. I know Halo 4 didn't quite do as well as they'd hoped, so but the Xbox audience is pretty entrenched in Halo. So putting these, like you said, they do this Halo collection that rumor popped up recently. That Halo 2, 3, and 4, and 1 actually are going to be all together. That's fine. By the time people get tired of those games, Halo 5 will be out, the TV show will be out. It probably works, and it's not overkill, but it's pretty close.
So yeah, I guess that could work with all, if they kind of spread it out that way with the remakes this year and Halo 5 next year and the television series next year and the Ridley Scott movie short, whatever it is, somewhere down the line.
So many Halo.
So much Halo.
Yeah, after that, if they have once they're finished with that, I think they need to take a break.
You're funny, Adam.
Yeah,
They've already announced Halo 6.
I know they have, but maybe they should wait a few years before they release it.
Okay, so Halo is is the new style of first-person shooters. But next week, what is it? Bethesda is going to release the next Wolfenstein game, Wolfenstein: The New Order, and I had a chance to play this at PAX East, and it's so great. It's very like old school, very Doom. It's the way first-person shooters used to be. Adam, if Wolfenstein's a big hit, what do you think? Will that bring back like Doom-style first-person shooters?
Maybe indies. At this point, most first-person shooters are very straightforward, not a lot of exploration. Doesn't have the secrets and fun stuff of Doom. But I would think some of the indies might try something like that. They're more willing to experiment. But I can't imagine a major company like EA or Ubisoft, even Sony. I mean, I know Killzone Shadowfall had a little bit of random variety, but I don't really think you're going to see a major. It's just too expensive, basically.
I mean, Bethesda's also doing Doom 4. They're not calling it Doom 4, but they're doing Doom 4 too. And like all of the original id guys now are pretty much gone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure anyone's even left.
John Romero, they'll bring him back.
Bring John Romero back. I mean, I would like to think that when they're doing Doom 4, they'll make that kind of Doom style go away from what Doom 3 was, even though it was kind of interesting.
Yeah. Well, at this point, it would make it stand out amongst the very linear shooters of today.
Right?
The
Yeah.
generic bullshit.
What?
Yeah. What?
I said the generic bullshit. Sorry.
Yeah. Yes, the generic stuff.
Like just
it can happen,
a
but
big wide open area, just running and gunning, and
sure.
They don't make games like that anymore, and they should.
No, they should. Well, that's why I say a lot of the indies, they like to take old concepts and make them new. So you might see something like that from them.
Well, they also like to take more risks.
Well, yeah, because they can make games and it doesn't have the focus tests and all the insanity that raises the cost of big-time games. So they're more likely to go, okay, we can goof around with the map pack and create these crazy maps and make a cool first-person shooter that isn't so straightforward like Doom. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, at very least, if Wolfenstein can carve its own little piece of the pie, you might see something kind of like it, but probably not.
I don't know. I guess we just gotta give credit then to Bethesda for even doing Wolfenstein like this in the first place.
Yeah, well, they like to they're pretty good at open world games. They like that stuff, so not really a shock.
Right, but I mean, like they could have tried to turn it into like a Call of Duty type
clone.
Yeah, like a Call of Duty clone.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if the last Wolfenstein game was straightforward. I only played like the demo, I think, but it was pretty linear and straightforward. So even now, this is almost a completely different game.
Well, people liked that one too, actually.
Yeah. Well, Raven Software makes good games, and unfortunately, they got turned into a Call of Duty map pack maker. So I don't want to get talking about Singularity, but that game was like I made a comment once that Singularity was the best first-person shooter last generation that was published by Activision. As a slam on Call of Duty, but still,
yeah.
Raven makes good games. They're not doing this one.
Yeah.
Who's doing this one?
Machine Games. They're guys that used to work for Starbreeze.
Okay.
They're new. This is their first game.
So that's why it's probably so different, because they're like, okay, here you go, here you guys go, here's a budget, make a game, and they're paying tribute, which is nice to see.
Yeah, well, Wolfenstein is going to be out next week, and then later this summer we're going to get The Last of Us Remastered from Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog's Neil Druckmann today said that the company actually has 3 games in development: The Last of Us Remastered, Uncharted 4, and ... Nicole, what do you hope the third game is?
I don't know. I'm wondering if it's going to be The Last of Us 2. I'm wondering if they're already started on the next Last of Us game, or if they're thinking about doing another handheld game.
They've done handheld games before?
Actually, I think they allowed other...
Yeah, I thought they kind of farmed those out.
Yeah, they never made them themselves.
It would be nice if they were thinking about working on one of those, though. Because the Uncharted game for the Vita was really, really fun.
Then tell Sony Ben to make the next one.
Be like, hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah, that last game you made? Yeah, you make some more of that.
Can we do that again?
Yeah. By the way, the real answer to the question is Crash Bandicoot.
I was going to say Crash Bandicoot, but they don't own Crash Bandicoot anymore, right?
So, well, maybe Sony secretly bought it.
Yeah,
awesome.
That was a rumor last year, I think.
I know that rumor has been going around since what, November?
Yeah, something like that.
Shut up. You guys are not allowed to get my hopes up.
Well, no, Activision took all of their Crash Bandicoot references off the website.
Shut up.
Then that was that like February, January?
Shut the fuck up. Like, are you guys serious?
Yeah, they took everything off. So then there was a rumor that, Sony had purchased the IP back and that they were going to give it to Naughty Dog.
Guys, shut up.
I mean, that would be a great idea, but I don't think it's actually happening.
I'm
pretty sure at the time someone asked Activision point blank, what's going on with Crash Bandicoot, and they
like,
we
what's
have
that?
Yeah, they said we didn't sell it.
They were like, we're not legally allowed to talk about that anymore.
I mean, they're not doing anything with it, but I think legally they didn't sell it.
We didn't sell it, but Sony came in the middle of the night and stole the trademark.
We didn't sell it, but now whenever we say the word, we owe Sony 25 cents. Wait, what? I gotta be honest with you guys, though. I don't really know if I want to play an Uncharted game that Amy Hennig is not involved in.
The first one had her in it? Involved her?
I thought it did, yeah.
I don't remember.
I thought she was like... I know the second one was her baby, right?
Yeah.
Second and third one.
I think she's been involved in all three.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to play an Uncharted game that she wasn't involved with.
I don't know. I'm a little anxious about Uncharted 4, but...
Me too.
We'll see. But the third game, you know what? I'm hoping it's something new. If it's not Crash Bandicoot, my first thought was, oh God, how about Jak and Daxter? It's like, nah.
No, please no.
I don't think so. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's something completely new.
But yeah, back in February, Neil Druckmann also said that it was either going to be The Last of Us 2 or something completely brand new.
I remember him saying that, yeah.
Well, I would hope so. You wrote the article.
I did write the article.
I'm looking at it right now.
That explains why I remember.
That's right.
I remember it like I wrote it.
And mostly because I don't really think they should make another Last of Us. The first one stands on its own. Unless that, what was it, last week the rumor showed that somebody put artwork up of a grown-up Ellie, and it's like, all right, if they did that it'd be kind of cool.
That was fan art.
But it was fan art of a guy who worked for Naughty Dog.
Right. So
yeah, I know.
Maybe he had some insight, but
no.
I don't know. I don't usually get on the whole we don't need another sequel for a game, but man, I don't think The Last of Us needs one.
It really doesn't. It would be stupid for them to continue it.
They did it. They did the DLC. Left Behind was great, but that's it. No more.
I'm kind of like, have you guys played the Walking Dead games? The ones? So I haven't started season 2, mainly because at the end of season 1, I felt like she died. Like her seeing those people walking, I was like, that she's dead. That's her parents. She's dead. And the fact that she's in the second one, I'm like, this is stupid. Why did you leave it so open-ended and cool and then have to be so fucking heavy-handed?
Money.
Well, the first 5 minutes of the second season are pretty cool.
I'm going to play it. I'm definitely going to play it. I'm just like, I'm not going to play it yet. I'll play it when it's all out. I hate waiting for shit.
I'm kind of waiting for it to come out to PS4 since they just said that it's been rumored that season 1 is coming to PS4 pretty soon.
I did see that, yeah.
I'm hoping they make it cross-buy because I have the whole season pass on PS3. So.
Oh, that's awesome. That would be awesome, yeah.
So I'm hoping they make it cross-buy. That would be great.
You're hoping they're not going to be douchebags.
Right. Please don't. You sold this game on every platform known to man. You can give me the PS4 version for free. Come on.
Not Wii U.
Speaking of the Wii U...
What's a Wii U?
What's a Wii U?
Oh,
come on, Adam. Come on. Well, a couple of days ago, Square Enix made a mention that they might bring Dragon Quest X, their Japan-only MMO, to America. They said overseas, but hopefully that means America.
North Korea.
Yeah.
Are there other places besides America?
They specifically pointed out China for some reason. Mike, if they bring Dragon Quest X to America, would you play it?
Absolutely not.
Am I the only Dragon Quest fan on this podcast?
No. I played Dragon Warrior when I got it for free with my Nintendo Power subscription, and I got so far in that game. I was doing so good, and then I made the mistake of having my NES hooked up to or plugged into the wall. That's the outlet is controlled by a switch, and my sister came down and flipped the switch on accident, and so it turned off the NES and it erased all the 30 hours I put into it. So I'm like, never again.
No.
And you haven't spoken to her since?
That's right. Yeah. I have no sister.
Did you ever? Was that really you who did this? It's like that thing in Resident Evil Code Veronica where you're both Alexia and what's his face? Ashford, whatever. But never mind.
You fucked that up.
That was part of my backlog. Thanks. You ruined it for me.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much. No, that's a different game. That was that one Mount Your Friends game. No, don't forget me.
Mount Your Friends.
So yeah. Anyway, so to answer your question, no, I'm not a huge fan of the MMOs, anyways, and I don't know, just not much of a Dragon Quest guy. But that's just personal preference.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't play it either because MMO. I would, however, and are you listening to me, Square? I would really like to play Dragon Quest 7 on my 3DS, and it'd be great if you would make Dragon Quest 8 HD. Thank you.
Oh, just drag out your PS1 and play Dragon Quest or play Dragon Warrior 7 because it wasn't Quest back then. It was still Dragon Warrior, and just play it.
Yeah, but it costs like $1 trillion to find a copy of that game.
All right, I'll sell you mine for $1 billion.
No.
Whoa, that's a deal.
What a deal! I'll take two.
Why not just bring the 3DS remakes to America, you jerks? Yeah. Square's a bunch of dorks right now.
Whoa, dorks.
They bring over
You're really ramping it up.
Well, I'm trying to PG it a little bit.
Yeah, that ship has sailed for this episode.
Yeah, sorry, I fucked that up.
You guys, all right. Here's the cookie, guys. You guys are fucking assholes. No, don't bring the MMO game. MMOs, their ship is starting to sail. It's not really, unless you're charging $0 for it, do not release it here.
Oh god, I don't even want to talk about Final Fantasy 14. Why is that even a thing?
Or Elder Scrolls Online, which, will be free to play by the end of the year or something.
Yeah, I don't think anyone even cares about that anymore, and it's been out for like a month and a half or something.
I looked at it, and I'm like, this looks awesome, but only if I can play by myself. And not $15
God, if I had a nickel for every time I said that about a game. Like, wow, I love this game. Oh, other people? Fuck you, I'm out.
Yeah. Titanfall.
Titanfall's really good, though. It is really good. I'm a jerk. I'm sorry. I'm a jock gamer.
Don't. What? Do you want to join me for some Battlefield 4 later? I don't know.
Okay, so no one likes multiplayer games, but I mean they still do make single player games. Like everyone loves the Darksiders games.
It's true.
Yes, and
yes, I do like them. Yes.
Yes.
After THQ went belly up, moment of silence for THQ. The whole series was bought by Nordic Games, and they've hinted last week that they're going to actually move forward with Darksiders 3.
Awesome.
Nicole, are you interested in Darksiders 3?
A+ would buy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And is this just the start of the beginning of Nordic Games becoming the next big publishing powerhouse?
I don't know. I hope so. That would be amazing.
Depends on who they get to make Darksiders 3.
Oh, they say they're being very careful about who they choose to be the developer.
Yeah, they.
Who would be the developer?
The people who made the game.
They're not doing anything right now.
I thought who the heck was it? Crytek.
Crytek bought them. They renamed them Crytek USA.
So why not get that team to make the game because they have experience with the franchise? If they peddle it off to somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, it's going to kill any kind of movement they have.
Guys, can I ask you a question that I was wondering earlier today? What happened to Visceral Games?
They still exist.
They're working on a Star Wars game.
Yeah, they're doing Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because I tried to look up their store today, and it was like, nope, no store. And I was like, why is there no store? And then I was like poking around on EA's site. And
that's where Amy Hennig went.
Yes.
Oh, she did go there.
Yeah, she went to Visceral to work on a Star Wars game.
Oh,
with that's when she took along what's his face? What's that guy's name?
I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember his name.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I know it's kicking him in the head. Yeah. She went to Visceral too to help her on the script for the next Star Wars game.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I'll buy that. I never bought a Star Wars.
They need to put her on a Dead Space remake.
I know, that'd be amazing.
A reboot of Dead Space.
We were just talking. No, don't reboot Dead Space.
Just make a Dead Space 4.
Dead Space 4.
Yeah.
But don't call it Dead Space 4. Call it something awesome. Dead Space Awesome.
Dead Space Rebirth.
Sorry, we were just talking about Dead Space this morning, and now I'm like hyped for Dead Space.
Oh boy, we've totally gone off track.
We have very much gone off track.
So anyway,
Darksiders.
You guys were talking about who would be a really good developer to make the next Darksiders game.
Well,
and you said that it would be the original team.
Yeah, it's pretty much the gist of it. They have, if you can find the people who made the game, who know what they're doing.
What are those dudes working on right now?
Nothing, as far as we know.
Yeah, nothing.
They haven't announced anything.
Call them the fuck up.
Crytek will put out for any old publisher. So come on, get in contact with them. They know what they're doing. They know what made Darksiders. They probably had a plan for Darksiders 3, but because what happened at THQ, they couldn't do it. So here you go. Here's your opportunity.
Did 2 sell a whole lot, or was it?
No, it didn't do very well.
Yeah, 2 came out pretty much just as THQ was totally going bankrupt.
Yeah.
So, like,
you may notice
they couldn't promote it.
You may notice that game still sells for $50.
Yeah, it's really expensive.
Yes, I have noticed.
No, actually, the Nordic Games is republishing it next week for $20.
Oh,
what?
Okay.
Really?
Oh,
yes, really.
Well, I know I got it on Steam for like $7 or something like that with the season pass, which is pretty awesome. But
Guys, I never finished the first game. I'm a bad person.
I honestly didn't finish it either because the Portal stuff really drove me up a wall.
We're all bad people.
Yeah, I liked that game up until that point.
Yeah, I like the game. I definitely want to play the second game.
So I loved.
It's just fun.
Darksiders 2 was awesome. That game was really good. It had that because it kind of has that open world feel to it. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. That's why I was like super bummed when everything went bad because like I want to see more of this.
I know. I was bummed too.
Looks like we're going to. So
hopefully,
yay for Nordic Games.
Yay!
But if it sucks, they're going to be in trouble.
But if it sucks, off with your head.
That's right.
Okay, well, Darksiders 3 is still a very long way away when it eventually comes out. Something coming sooner than that is sometime either late this year or early next year, Rockstar is going to release their first PS4, Xbox One game. Or maybe the Wii U. That's next generation console too. I'm waiting for the booze. Come on.
What's a Wii U?
There we go.
Oh, I thought you meant booze as in BOOZE. I was like, somebody bring alcohol to this party? What is going on?
Boo earns. Boo earns.
Yeah.
I think Nintendo brings the alcohol and they get the Wii sales results in.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
This went dark real fast.
Yeah, it did. So, Mike, what do you think? What's Rockstar going to come out with? Is it going to be just GTA 5 on PS4 and Xbox One, or is it going to be something entirely different?
Red Dead. I'm hoping for Red Dead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that'd be nice.
I had a different answer, but now, yes, that thing.
That thing.
No,
well, my sarcastic answer is table tennis 2. But my real answer
actually
is
makes a whole lot of sense. Oh my god.
It's in development for 15 years.
It does. Also, my realistic that'd be awesome is Bully 2.
That's a good idea too.
Yeah.
As long as it's not Manhunt 3, we're good.
Guys, I know it's not this, but LA Noire 2.
It's definitely not LA Noire 2.
I don't know if you're going to see... I liked LA Noire, but I don't think you're going to see another one.
I know, but why? I want it. I
know. I do too.
I know it's
I want to play as Jack Kelso full time, but it's probably not going to happen.
I know it doesn't really exist anymore, but I'd really like to see it be Agent.
Agent.
Do you remember that? It was going to be like a PS3 exclusive.
Yeah.
It was going to be a 70s spy game.
What happened to that?
They showed the logo. They said, hey, we're doing this exclusively for the PS3.
Yeah.
And now it's like 7 years later, and
it's
no one remembers but me.
It'll release in a
Was
double
it 7 years? I thought it was in 2010.
I don't remember. I'll look.
It's been a long, long time.
I think it was 2010.
It's going to release in a double pack with The Last Guardian.
I was going to say, I don't think it was. I think it was after they announced The Last Guardian.
It was.
There's still hope.
Here we go. It was
2007.
July 2007. No. It's been 7 years.
Yeah.
It was not announced until June 2009.
Still.
So it's 5 years.
It's existed for 7 years, and it's gone. But I'd like to see it because a 70s spy game sounds fantastic.
This is why Sony doesn't. This is why Sony doesn't announce games unless they know what they're doing anymore. Because Agent was such a that game was here. This game's coming, and it's been 5 years now, and there's been nothing more than the logo.
It is a pretty cool logo.
There was a copyright renewal 2 years ago.
That is the biggest piece of vaporware that ever vapored. It's amazing. It's absolutely that game. If it existed, you could write a book on it.
Okay, so we got one vote for Agent, one vote for LA Noire 2, one vote for Bully 2, one vote for Red Dead 2.
Well,
no one cares about GTA 5 on the next gen consoles, huh?
I think it's too easy an answer. Also, I don't think it's going to come out early 2015. They could come out and announce it at E3 and go, yeah, it's coming out tomorrow or something.
That's possible too. I mean, because they said it's early 2015 at the latest. So who knows?
I can't imagine it's that hard to copy it over to PS4 and touch it up. They've never done it before. If a PC version is going to come, and so many PC gamers are sure it is, there's no way they're not releasing a PS4, Xbox One version too.
Right.
So there's no way it's going to take till 2015. So there's a possibility they'll announce that, and then something like one of the games we talked about, or something entirely new.
But that is a very short amount of time for them to hype something up, because Rockstar loves the hype.
True, but this is the first time they've ever done this. They would have been like, okay, here's a game you may have already played, we're releasing it again. They hype up their new games, but their old games,
that's what I'm saying. That kind of stacks the deck against the new game.
Yeah, well, that's true. I don't know. I mean, it just seems too obvious. I don't know. Unless they're releasing it next year and including the first piece of DLC with it or something.
There's a possibility.
That's a possibility. Otherwise, I don't see any reason why they'd have to wait a whole year almost to release a game they probably have already started porting if they really are. Because look how quickly The Last of Us is was announced. It's coming out. They announced it last month, and it's already coming
I know,
out.
But they
next...
said it's been a fucking nightmare to develop for.
I don't know. It's not as, of course, GTA 5 is a much larger game, but so who knows? Maybe it is GTA 5. I'm just excited for something new. That's all.
Everyone would be excited for something new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a totally new game, not here's an up port from the PS3.
No, so that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
Agent. I'd love to see Agent.
I like to see Agent. I think if they showed Agent, I think that would like send everybody into a tizzy at this point.
Just at
like,
E3,
oh my God.
people would be getting out of their chairs, running around in circles.
Dude,
Yeah,
you mean like at E3?
Yeah.
Like, Last Guardian, what?
Yeah.
Guys,
well,
at
no one would
E3,
care.
if Sony announced Last Guardian and Agent,
I
like
think that'd
the
be the
fucking
end.
universe would explode.
Yeah. That'd be the best ending. By the way, we have 2 trailers to show you here at the end of the show.
Yeah,
the
they'd
first
be
one-
like,
the first one is Last Guardian, the second one's Agent, and they just go, we're good, bye.
yeah, they could just have their they could just have like the lamest, like boringest, tamest thing, and at the end they can show those two, and then they can walk out and be like, now who cares if the Xbox being sold without a Kinect, and then just walk off stage.
Here's 2 hours of us trying to put Kutaragi in a dunk tank. Now here's these 2 games.
That would be a nice dream.
That'd be fun. Come on, everybody, step right up and dunk this guy.
Well, another game coming to the PS4 by early 2015 is 3D Realms and Interceptor Entertainment are bringing a top-down action RPG called Bombshell. Now, I think I might be the only person in the entire world that cares about this.
Yeah, we don't care. Sorry.
Yeah,
John.
no one cares. But originally, Bombshell was going to be a Duke Nukem game before 3D Realms apparently forgot that they sold it to Gearbox, and Gearbox...
Oops.
Yeah, Gearbox tried to sue them, and so then they came back and they took out all the Duke Nukem stuff, and they're calling it Bombshell. It's just it's a sexy female character, very cliche and all. She's got what does she have, like a it's not even a mohawk. It's some stupid hair thing, and she's got like a bionic arm. It looks ridiculous and stupid, but does anybody else care about me? And is this as ridiculous as I think it is to anyone else?
This is all you, John.
It's all me.
Go ahead. Yeah, fan it up.
I had never heard of it until you brought it up. That's why as I said, they missed the boat. They should have called it Daisy Duke Nukem.
So good.
But
that's so good. That's like the best thing you've ever said.
Well, I guess I don't have anything else to say.
You're like, I'm out. Like George Costanza, I'm going out on a high note.
Mic drop. No, I think it's hilarious they forgot they sold the Duke Nukem franchise to somebody.
Sounds terribly unlikely.
But then why else would they do that?
Stupid? They're just stupid?
Like I don't know. If you heard if Duke Nukem Forever's development is any truth to the amount of goofing off they did when they made that game, I guess I'm not surprised. At this, it's like, do you guys even know what you're doing anymore? Is anybody?
Or they just did it for the hype. They did it for the hype train. You know what I mean?
That's what they always were going to do. They were always going to switch it over to a woman.
Yeah,
it was
maybe
never
that's how they did it so goddamn fast.
Yeah, they just.
But it looks really terrible. Like you could practically see like where there was an outline of a bigger, muscular dude that they pulled out and stuck in.
I don't know.
They did that on purpose.
They didn't have enough in the budget, so they're going to keep the same voice actor.
Oh my god, amazing.
John.
Just going to have this big butch voice.
Oh, well, they can at least tune it up a little bit,
Okay, now I'm going to buy this game. I'm in.
Yeah. Honestly, if I could get it for free, I would definitely I don't know. That game is hilarious.
I know, now we're all like, we're buying it.
Yeah, I want to buy it now if it's cheap, just to see what it's like.
Oh, it'll be cheap in like 5 minutes.
It's going to be a downloadable game. I mean,
well, yeah.
I feel really bad for Interceptor and all of this because their Rise of the Triad remake was kind of fun.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Who was asleep at the wheel and like, hey, let's make a Duke Nukem. Dude, did your lawyers not tell you don't own this anymore?
Whoops, slipsy.
Yeah, whoopsie. It'd be like Nintendo making a Perfect Dark game and Microsoft being, I know you guys are a little behind, but
yeah, how do we tell you guys this?
As long as somebody makes a Perfect Dark game, come on.
Yeah,
it's been like 8 years, 9 years.
It's been like 15 years. Perfect Dark Zero never happened. That was a fever dream, right? That didn't.
The fever dream.
Yeah. That was the radiation in the Xbox and the launch 360s. I don't think that really happened.
Speaking of Rise of the Triad, can I just say that I am really excited to see if they're going to have Triad Wars stuff at E3. The new Sleeping Dogs game.
If it's actually a Sleeping Dogs game and not free to play something stupid.
Oh, please, please, please. Why? Why did you just shit on my dreams?
Because it's Square and I'm afraid.
Oh, God, please don't let that be true.
I'm afraid. I'm terrified of anything Square does.
They do make terrible decisions, but
Yeah.
I really, really, really want... Oh, God, I just love Sleeping Dogs so much.
We're canceling Final Fantasy 15. We're making it for the Wonder Swan now. So
Merry
And
E3!
and Kingdom Hearts 3 will launch alongside the redesigned Atari 2600.
Now with more wood paneling.
That's right. HDMI input.
No
Oh my
output,
god, I would
though,
love that
just
Atari with
HDMI
HDMI
input.
input.
That would be pretty awesome.
You still got to hook it up with those little, those two little ears that you got to screw into the back of your TV.
Oh my god.
I don't think any TVs could handle that now.
No.
There's so many nerd boners right now.
We are so old.
I had to actually go find a CRT television to pull it off.
Yeah, we are old. It is time for our bedtime, so it is time to wrap up this episode of Continue Counting.
I got to get up early and go walk around the mall.
Yeah. I got to get up and yell at the kids out playing in the yard.
I had to go yell at a cloud.
That's right. Yeah.
Did you see that they got those minifigs, the Simpsons minifigs, the Lego ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
They have a Grandpa Simpson one, and the accessory that comes with them is a newspaper that says "Old Man Yells at Cloud."
Shut up.
That's awesome.
God damn it. And
Oh
they're so
my
expensive,
God.
aren't they?
They're like $4 each.
Oh, the minifig? Okay.
Yeah,
Because the sets themselves are like absurdly expensive.
yeah.
Wow.
And
They're clearly for adults with fucking disposable income.
Well, I was going to ask if anyone had, some initials for the end of this week's Continue Countdown, but I think we found the answer. The initials are LTS, Lego The Simpsons.
Something like that. Yeah.
How is this not a game?
The contract hasn't been signed yet.
I'll take the
Yeah.
Lego Simpsons game after they make a Lego Ninja Turtles game.
Oh, they haven't done that yet, have
Yeah,
they?
no, they just need to Lego everything.
I really wanted a Lego Watchmen game.
Just don't make Lego Lone Ranger.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
well, we're all going to go play with Legos. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night. I choose you.